We move now to Connecticut, where a jury is beginning its fourth day of deliberations, trying to decide the fate of convicted murderer Stephen Hayes. Should he get the death penalty or life in prison? CBS News national correspondent Jeff Glor is outside the courthouse in New Haven to bring us up to date. Good morning, Jeff.
Maggie, good morning, too. Remember, this case is in two parts. In the guilt phase, jurors took only 4 hours to find Stephen Hayes guilty of these crimes. Now in the penalty phase, they're moving into day 4 of deliberation, so it's taken a while. They worked all the way through the weekend, which is unusual, all while the families wait. It's called Lights of Hope, a candlelight charity event in the town of Cheshire, Connecticut, this year taking place the same weekend that jurors struggled, deciding whether Stephen Hayes should be executed for the murder of Jennifer Hawk Pettit and her 2 daughters. For the sole survivor of a gruesome home invasion, the event was a brief break from the painful wait.
So thinking about positive times and positive things, I think is good for all of us.
Dr. William Pettit has been vocal, pleading for the ultimate punishment after what happened in July 2007. In addition to killing the mother and daughters, pouring gasoline on them before lighting the house on fire, Stephen Hayes raped and strangled Jennifer Hawk Pettit. His partner, Joshua Komisarjevsky, who's yet to be tried, sexually assaulted 11-year-old Michaela. In what could be a signal from the jury, on Saturday, they asked to hear back testimony from a forensic psychiatrist who interviewed Hayes at length about the crime and described Hayes as being enraged during the crime.
That tells us that they are struggling with whether or not Stephen Hayes' mental capacity was significantly impaired at the time of these crimes.
If the jury agrees, that could be a mitigating factor under the law, and Hayes could escape the death penalty. The waiting continues.
This is the first time I've cried in a while, and it's really hard to go home with things being really unresolved. I wish we could have seen a conclusion, but I'm sure there will be one whether we're here or not.
A conclusion that will either send Stephen Hayes to death row or to prison for the rest of his life. Even though now, after this long case, there is only one alternate juror left, it does seem like the jury is making some progress. They resume their work again this morning. Maggie?
All right, we'll see if it happens today. Jeff Glor, thank you so much, Jeff.